Ho ho ho! Merry Cribbins, everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft, ladies and gentlewomen. Now, it's been a little while, of course, since I've been on this world, but don't you worry, I haven't just been resting on my laurels. I have been up to something, many things, in fact. First of all, I'm not sure about this. What did I say about bringing friends over? Yeah? It's really nice to meet you, sir. A friend of a friend, is it? Listen, we need to have a talk, okay? I'll deal with this later. Not that I've got anything against Endermen, of course. I just think that, it's not a perfect match. And I'm very protective over my son. Or daughter. Wait, I've forgotten what we called that fox. Was it Mr. Tumble? It was Mr. Tumble, wasn't it? Anyway, let's have a look at all the beautiful progress I've been making. It's not much. I'll level with you here. It's not much. I've really bigged it up, but actually, it's pretty disappointing. I just straight out lied at the start of this video. I haven't actually been on this world in a while, and to be honest, I've forgotten every single thing that we were doing. But that's okay, because I've got some goals for today. I've got some real big plans moving forwards. Let's just head downstairs here. Oh, that's weird. There wasn't a staircase there before, Jude. Yeah, well, we've had the builders in. They've knocked through a couple walls. They've knocked through the foundations as well. So this cave could all crumble at any moment, but that's okay because look at this. We've got our new beautiful bridge-based system that burrows down into the bowels of the earth. Rather mysterious down there. I don't know if you remember. There's some sort of like tunneling horror down there that we've got to be very wary of. But what I thought is we could have this like really cool underground farm section down here. There might be a problem because what I'm just realizing right now in my own head using my knowledge of farming is that sunlight is quite important for plants because they do something known as photosynthesis. But anyway, so yeah, today, what's the plan? What's the plan, everyone? Well, I'll tell you, thanks you so much for asking. Let's just hop over here to our wonderful postman's post office because I think... Oh my... I swear I changed this sign back to being the correct spelling last time. I mean, it's starting to feel purposeful. It's starting to feel rebellious, almost. Are you going for a phase? Because, I mean, that's inappropriate. If we look... Oh no? Oh no, everyone. It doesn't appear that there's any mail today. I wonder why that would be. It's almost like we've run out of our supply of feathers, everyone. We've got plenty of squid spleens or whatever that you need. Ink sacks, of course, squid ball sacks. Plenty of them, 12 of them. Loads of leather because the cows just, I mean, that's just an infinite source, isn't it? I mean, they're breeding like rabbits over there. But yeah, feathers has been a real issue. So I think what we're going to do first today, it's not the only thing we're going to be doing today. Don't switch off. God, please don't switch off. We're going to be going on a hunt for some chickens, everyone. Maybe make a chicken farm if we can find them close enough to our house. But yeah, we're going on a chicken hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. You should be scared of chicken. Because of chickens, should I say. Maybe the one you might have a chance of taking, but multiple of them, and they're really hard to deal with. I had to feed some family friends chickens. They had this like hutch thing. A hutch, is that the right terminology? They had a coop full of chickens, a co-op full of chickens, and I just remember getting absolutely pecked to high heaven. I mean, they were brutal. It's like you got within like 10 centimeters of them and they just went for your ankles. It was like they were trying to sort of cripple me, but not, you know like the scene in Lord of the Rings where is it Legolas or Aragorn, they're like, wait, no, I'm mixing up Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. You know the scene in Star Wars where the AT things, there's like big lumbering metal elephant type things, and they tie leashes around this is just an unnecessary tangent. They tie leashes around their ankles, and it makes them fall down. That's what it was like the chickens were trying to do to me, except they were just using sheer brute force and no tactics whatsoever, because they've obviously got tiny little pea brains. But yeah, not seeing many chickens so far. Perhaps they don't live on this frozen river. Maybe we should branch out into the wilderness. Here, chicken, 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 chicken. Chicken? Chicken and a can of coke, lad. Maybe there's some Scouse chickens around here that would understand that kind of lingo. We don't need any coke, actually, as it turns out. We just need the chicken to be able to write books, because apparently we still use feathers to write. We still use an ink and quill. Because apparently the concept of pens is just not a thing that has been added to Minecraft yet. You can't get any biros, any highlighters. I was trying to think of other types of pens there, but I'm not really a penologist as such. I don't really dabble in stationery. Anyway, I'm sort of rambling here. I sort of have been rambling from the very start of the video. Should we just should we reconvene once I've actually found a chicken? Because for love nor money, I can't find one right now. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, maybe once we get to the plains biome, we'll have a bit more luck. Plenty of sheep. Chicken. Lay a little egg for me. Yes, there we go, everyone. I've spotted a few little dots on the horizon. Now, do we go to the painstaking effort of using these seeds in my hands that I've brought with me to bring all these chickens back and make a little chicken farm? Or, ladies and gentlemen, vote in the comments at home. Do we oh, whoops. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, my knife, my kitchen knife slipped. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoa. Oh no, twice as well. A double slash. I almost felt purposeful there, but I promise you, it was a long stumble. It was a real long God, you shouldn't run with knives, should you? You really should not run with knives. But I suppose that solves the problem. How many do we get? 3 there. Okay. That's a good start. Maybe I'll spend a little bit longer searching around these parts. There's obviously some beautiful sheep. I'll leave you alone. Don't worry. I am speciesist, of course. Rather problematic. And of course, if you do feel that is something that you're particularly against, you can, of course, cancel the EggBoy YouTube channel. That's always an option, of course. If I ever do any sort of misdemeanors or misdeeds, just feel free to really whip up a storm on Twitter or something like that. Please don't. I promise I'm just a little guy. Okay, let's anyway, continuing on. Let's go home, shall we? Because I think 3 should be enough for now. And of course, in future, when we do run out again, it will be incredibly frustrating and we'll all be creasing our foreheads. But that's a problem for future me. Right now, I'm feeling pretty happy. Ooh, cripes, it's getting dark. I've seen a green penis up ahead. Okay, let's just sneakily go round the back route. I recognise these ends. Don't worry, I think we're close to home, so it should be all okay as long as we're able to dodge these bullets. Oh my God, we got a shooter. Oh God, okay. Okay, we've got him. Easiest win of my entire life. Yeah, go back to laser tag, nerd. Okay, I'm drowning. Oh, caught in a snowdrift. Actually, I've been thinking about that recently, because it snowed in the UK. This is a couple weeks ago now, but listen, we get few and far between, so God. Yeah, and so I was thinking about this. I was actually thinking about what would be the nicest way to die. And before you leave comments, I'm fine. By the way, I was just thinking about this just for, shits and giggles. But the conclusion, one of the conclusions that I came to, and you might think I'm a little bit mad here, is like, if you just slam dunked yourself into a snowdrift, like by choice, obviously. So you're next to a snowdrift, right? You just absolutely sort of alley-oop yourself into the snowdrift in the fetal position. right? So it's comfy, because I was laying down in the snow doing a little snow angel, obviously, because it's as is tradition. And I thought, this is well comfy. And actually, it's supposed to be quite a peaceful way to go, freezing to death, because you start to go a bit loopy towards the end, and it's supposed to just feel like you're falling asleep into sort of a state of bliss. So what I was thinking is, you slam dunk yourself into a snowdrift, right? You go a bit loopy, right? You just sort of fade off into the whiteness, right? And it's like going to sleep. And then basically what you've done is you've cryogenically frozen yourself. You wake up 300 years later, and you know, the people of the future are speaking some language you don't understand. It's probably a horribly stressful experience. But to them, you are their sort of caveman that's been frozen in ice for ages. And so I just think you get a lot of attention, you know, you'd be really popular. And I just think that's a really nice way to go. And of course, come back. I've noticed your friend's still here. Oh, right. It's one of those mega sleepovers, is it? Right. Okay. So is he going to be staying for the foreseeable then? Because to be honest, do you know what? Ever since he's moved in, you don't spend any time with me, Mr. Tumble. And that's... To me, that's just not... I just miss you, okay? I just miss you. Oh, God. It's all coming out now. What a heart-to-heart we just had there. What am I doing? I'm just sort of running around willy-nilly. Oh, yeah, so we've got the book and quill. I'll go and hand that to our little post enthusiast over here. Here you go. Here, I'll just chuck it over to you so that you get to write in that. We need a mailbag for this episode, so... if you hop to it, go on, Charles Dickens. Go on, hop to it. Yeah, all right, okay. We'll come back to him in a moment once he's written his little novel. Actually, I've just realised he's not actually sentient. He is an NPC. I hate to break the immersion there, but I'm just gonna put that in the chest so it doesn't despawn. And then, of course, I will get to our main goal for today. Yeah, that's right. All of that load of that stuff before that's just happened, all of that rambling, forget that for now, because it gets more exciting from here on out. Just really high octane from here on out, actually, because it's the Christmas special, everyone! Woohoo! It's the 20th today. Not to date this video too hard, but I'm a big Christmas guy. I get really, really hyped for Christmas. It's my favourite time of year. I just think it's nice, you know? There's a reason I'm climbing this mountain, by the way, because... Okay, right, let's first deal with the fact that I'm waist deep in ice. So, I was thinking of here, if we can clean up this area, not just of crime, of course, because it is riddled right now, but also of just, like, snowdrift, snow. If we can clear up this area a bit, I think what better place to have our library? Do you remember we were talking about building a library, everyone? I'm sure you're all keeping up with this series, with its month-long intervals and gaps in between. So our library could be up there on top of the mountain, overlooking everything else in a really sort of majestic and cool and fun and free and funky way. But obviously to get up there consistently, on a consistent basis without... you know, doing what I was saying before and dunking ourselves into a snowdrift, which obviously I would like to do eventually, but maybe not today. Like, I'd like to have a couple more years in the tank, is we could make a little bridge over this section in a really dramatical and an epic form. We could make a sort of nice bridge pioneering over this chasm. And it'll be nice to look up at, it'll be nice to look down from, and it will also serve a purpose of just being a nice utility for us all. So don't have much wood on my person right now. Let's just go check the stocks, and if we're running low, of course, we built a lumberyard in a previous episode. Ooh, good foresight, Jude. Thank you very much. You can call me Bruce Foresight from now on. Isn't that what you used to do? Keep dancing. It's, of course, the host of Strictly Come Dancing, for those of you who don't know and are uncultured. We've got a decent amount of oak planks. I'm thinking of building this out of oak, but maybe we could intersperse little spruce accents in there. No, let's build it out of spruce, because we've got an absolute metric load of spruce, and that's what our lumberyard was set up to do. So let's build it out of spruce. I mean, you know, come on. Phew, I have collected, quite frankly, a naughty amount of spruce wood there. I mean, that is... It makes you feel sick to your stomach just thinking about it. But I also gathered a little bit of oak, of course, because you can't stop me, okay? It's my life. Girl boss, gatekeep girl boss, or whatever the kids are saying these days. No, but I'll tell you why, and that's because what I thought is we could have a nice spruce outside, and of course a sort of a lighter tone on the internal side of the bridge. The floor of the bridge could be a nice oak, and together it's a lovely complementary little palette that we've created. Let's just see you haven't managed to fix your discretions in the time that we've left you, but you have managed to write mailbag number 4. Thank you very much. Sorry, I know I don't give you enough credit, but I really do appreciate you being here. And to be honest, you're the only company I have these days because Mr. Tumble's gone off with his new boyfriend. So yeah, let's have a read of mailbag number 4. In fact, let's first go to our future build site, because what I'll do is I'll launch into a really heavily scripted and tightly written section for this, as I'm building, of course. I mean, you know me, I'm ever the lyricist. No, don't be expecting too much, but let's read mailbag number 4. This one, of course, comes from Tom B. Tom B here, who says, does free will exist? Oh, bloody hell, Tom. I mean, way to bring the tone down. I mean, this is a Christmas episode. No, thank you very much for your message in. It's a philosophical question, everyone. Hooray! Yeah, so what I'm going to try and do, I think, is delve into that whilst also weaving in a nice Christmassy message. This one might be a bit of a lengthy one, guys, so strap yourselves in. It's about to be a bumpy sleigh ride, and Santa believes in seatbelts. But do I believe in free will? Well, firstly, I think if you've got Will chained up, you should let him go. But there was a time in my life where I would pretty much have answered this with a blanket no. I've felt more often than I would have liked to in my life a real lack of control, predominantly over my emotional state in regards to feeling anxious or depressed or more recently spaced out. But also as a product of that, I've felt like I was cursed, or as if I have this terrible luck and the world is dealing me an awful hand without anything I can do to stop it. You know, without going into it too much, I used to have a lot of panic attacks, which resulted, amongst other things, in a sense that I couldn't even really control my own thoughts. So why would I even remotely have control over anything external to me? And I was right in a sense, because you can't control anything external to you, really. And anyway, there was no big epiphany moment there, but I've just realised over the years, especially as I get myself into these constant unfortunate situations, which I have a real habit of doing, by the way. I've been in situations such as being trapped in a Japanese love hotel, or being thrown up all over on a plane journey, or being dive bombed by a massive hornet in the Czech Republic, or even small things such as the other day I went on a run and I ended up slipping and falling into a massive pool of mud, and I looked up and there was an entire stag do in front of me and they were just all laughing at me. So that was my most recent blunder. Anyway, I realised there's always things that you can't control, but you can always control how you react to them. That's where your agency comes in, and it's something you have to make an active effort to notice. So really try the next time you're in a situation where you feel powerless, try and notice when you make an active choice to react to something in a specific way. I know that's quite vague, but what I'm trying to say is, although you never have 100% control of a situation, you will always have some control, and you can always change your perspective on a situation, which again, I get is easier said than done, but in my opinion, that's no reason not to try. So how on earth does any of this relate to Christmas? Well, it's a tenuous link, I'll admit it, but basically, I love Christmas, right? I love Christmas so much, and as I've gotten older, what I've noticed is that sentiment is applying to increasingly less people around me. There's a lot of people out there, and this was news to me, that don't like Christmas. Now, I'm of course not saying that people don't have their own legitimate reasons, but I would like to think, and it may be a bit naive and presumptuous of me, that Christmas is a net good and everyone has the power and the choice to let it be a positive experience. Let me be clear, I'm not saying don't be depressed at Christmas. I, for one, have felt depressed in every month of the year. But it's not about what's happening or how you feel at the time. It's more about how you take advantage of the festive season to feel a little bit of joy. Because what you get out of Christmas is what you put in. And that is a matter of choice. You can choose to try and enjoy the company of your family, or if not your family, your friends. You can choose to give people presents no matter how cheap or expensive they are, it doesn't matter. You can choose to make gingerbread biscuits, or even something as simple as when you're standing outside on a cold Christmas Eve night and looking at the stars, you can choose to harness that feeling, no matter how artificial it is, of that little sense of magic, you know? Because tradition and celebration can give you an incredibly wholesome and fulfilling feeling. It's kind of one of the main things, in my opinion, that makes life worth living, is enjoying things which, on the face of it, are completely arbitrary, but are given this incredible meaning by simply investing in them. Tradition is upheld. It doesn't work if you don't take an active role in immersing yourself in it. I'll give you an example because it might illustrate my point better than I can put into words, because I'm very, very, very bad at speaking. Every couple of years, my family does a massive Christmas. On Christmas Eve one year, I think we had 20 odd people staying over. I was moved out of my bedroom to make space for others, and I slept in this little tiny office space at the top of my house that I now use as a gaming room. So it sounds pretty good so far, this, doesn't it? But I'd had a rough time of late, and I was not feeling socially equipped to deal with so many people. I had a lot of painful things going on that I'll spare you the details of, but that night I had a massive panic attack and slept about 2 hours or so, which was honestly pretty good considering. However, I felt horrendous, and I essentially sat shaking and crying and dreading the other people in my house waking up for Christmas Day. We all stash our presents inside of pillowcases and then gather around in a big circle in the living room and open them all together on Christmas morning. And I couldn't avoid this. My absence would very much have gone noticed. So I was sat there and I was so done with the way I was feeling, with everything to be honest, that I just thought, I'm just going to try my absolute best here. And you know what? It was really hard for the most part, but there were moments where Christmas swept me away. Genuine moments, however short, where I forgot about how difficult things were and I felt fine. I was having Christmas and it made me feel really capable and proved to me that I dictated whether I was able to enjoy this or not. And here, just as a little bit of light relief from this otherwise heavy story, I'll tell you about some of the Christmas games that my family play. The first one is called Paddy from Home, where we all gather in a circle with two hands clenched around a big loop of string. On the string are threaded 2 wedding rings, and what you have to do is pass the rings secretly from fist to fist, whilst one person in the middle tries to guess which hands the rings are in. And the great thing about this is, my dad and his brothers are quite silly men, and they perform all sorts of theatrics, where they like wiggle the string up and down in a stupid way, or they leave the ring out in the open when the guesser's back is turned or something. Oh, by the way, meanwhile, we're all singing a song with customized lyrics that I believe are specific to our family. I've never heard the song anywhere else. I would sing it for you, but I've got a very sore throat, so just spare me of this one. Anyway, they just do stupid things like one time my uncle had one of the rings on his pinky finger for like half an hour, and it was just hidden in plain sight and nobody could find it. Okay, if you didn't like that one, how about Snapdragon, where we get a tray, we fill it with sultanas and raisins and pour alcohol all the way over it, and then we light the tray on fire, and so the lights go off and you just get this blue glow in the middle of the room. And what you have to do is you have to snatch as many raisins as possible out of the tray and eat them before they burn your hands. Okay, maybe I've lost some of you with that one, so how about Nutty Nutty Nut Nut? basically you get a bunch of nuts in the middle of a room, but one less than the amount of people that are playing the game. And you all pass cards around until someone gets 2 of the same card, and then they dive into the middle, which is everyone else's signal to just go. And you've got to try and grab a nut before you either have a major concussion or all the nuts are gone. It's fun, guys. It's fun. It's fun. No, just me. Look, you could say that I'm incredibly lucky to have such a wonderful, cheerful family who will force me to play silly games with them, and who will create this warm, Christmassy atmosphere. But I would say you've missed the point a bit, because you could equally say, Jude, how unlucky you are to have a situation that you can't escape from, that has the potential to be incredibly socially pressurized immediately after quite a traumatic episode. And I would say the fact that both of those things are true is where my agency, my free will, becomes incredibly important, because I can't solve the bad stuff, but I can choose to have the good stuff as well. And that's why Christmas is special to me, because in even the smallest of possible ways, I make a concerted effort to believe that it's special, and it more often than not pays me back. God, it's so windy outside now. I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone, but it's like, it's blowing a gale out there, and I'm only a little guy, I might blow away. So, oh, no, that's not what I intended. Okay, let's see. Where could we put these then? Maybe just on top of here, sure. Do you know what? That's fine. Pop a bush in each. Does that look weird? It looks a little bit strange, that. I might workshop this whole section. But here, let me show you what I've done. So this is the bridge. Wowee. Isn't it so smooth and buttery to walk across? Yummer. I hesitated saying yummer there. That's probably the first time and last time I will ever say that. I've also added this little lantern thing in here. Pretty stylish. It looks a bit weird. It's the best I could do. You know, I'm not some sort of like Pinterest Minecraft artist, you know. I don't spend my life building. Although I wish I could. So let's get a good view. Here you go. No, do you know what? We'll view it from a height. Why not? Here we go. Just block my way up here. Oh, there's a tree in the way. Okay. And of course we can see the cave down there, and then we look across here, and wow, everyone. Do you know what? From here, it actually looks okay. I was a bit fearful, but do you know what? I quite like it. So that's just the start. That's just the very beginning. We still need to make the path that winds up the mountain here, and then we'll have our library sort of sitting roughly around here on the top. But there we go. That's it for this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Have a lovely, wonderful, warm and cozy Christmas. Or, of course, you know, whatever you celebrate around this time of year. And, yeah, I guess I will see you all next time, whenever that may be. This is Jude of the EggBoy Minecraft YouTube channel, signing out. Stay frosty, fellas, and women as well.